Hello, San Antonio ISD. Welcome to the Young Women's Leadership Academy Class of 2022 graduation ceremony taking place right here in the historic Alamo Stadium. It's a nice evening for a great graduation. You can get an up close view of tonight's graduation ceremony by visiting our district website and checking out our live stream. Click www.saisd.net/graduation 2022 to watch our big event. We are actually streaming live right now, so tell your family and friends. We appreciate those of you who have arrived early. For those of you entering the stadium, please help yourself to complimentary water bottles, fans, and programs located at the entrance of the stadium. And as you enter the facility, we encourage you to practice social distancing and find your way to your seat. We want to keep everyone healthy and safe, so we appreciate your support with social distancing. Our event will start at 8 p.m. That's in about 15 minutes. So sit back and enjoy the sights and sounds on the big video board. San Antonio ISD, congratulations to all our graduates, family, and friends. It's graduation night, a once in a lifetime experience for our seniors. We appreciate each of you who have come out this evening to support our proud graduates from the class of 2022 at the Young Women's Leadership Academy, a nationally recognized school. We have roughly 96 seniors ready to get their high school diplomas. It's a big, big night. If we could please direct your attention to the staging area on the north side of the field underneath the big video board. Our YWLA graduates are about to enter the seating area on the field. As they enter, let's all welcome them in and show how proud we are of them. Ladies and gentlemen, San Antonio ISD proudly presents the class of 2022 from the award-winning Young Women's Leadership Academy.
Good evening, Cardinal family. I'm Delia Montalongo McLaren, the proud head of schools of the Young Women's Leadership Academy of San Antonio. On behalf of the faculty of YWLA, I welcome our Cardinal parents, relatives, and dear friends of the graduating class of 2022 to our commencement exercises. Buenas tardes. Soy Delia Montalongo McLaren, directora del Red de Escuelas de YWLA y YWLA Primary. Me da mucho gusto estar aquí con ustedes para compartir en esta ocasión, donde reconoceremos los éxitos académicos de nuestras hijas. Les agradezco la confianza que han tenido en nosotros. Please rise for the national anthem, presented by the YWLA Choir under the direction of Mr. Jody Noblet, and remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance and pledge to the Texas flag, led by Kira Parker, Superintendent's Advisory Ambassador. This will be followed by the Senior Reflection of Gratitude by Class President Cristiana Garcia.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets spread glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And now the Texas Pledge. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, indivisible.
You may be seated. Good evening, Superintendent Dr. Jaime Aquino, SAISD school board members, special guests, students, Cardinal family, and faculty of YWLA. I am Cristiana Garcia, and I have the honor of speaking to you as the Class of 2022 President. The moment has arrived to commemorate all of the blood, sweat, and tears that have gone into YWLA. All of the effort and hard work that each individual has made is about to be celebrated once and for all. Oftentimes, I am asked to reflect upon the question of what has YWLA done for you? There is never really an easy answer to this question, considering I have no idea where I'd be in life had I not joined this school at 11 years old. To put things into perspective, I knew of this school since I was 4 years old, since my oldest sister, Rebecca, would begin enrollment in 2008. As time went on, my two other sisters joined alongside her, where I then witnessed the struggle and hard work all three of them went through. Although I saw how challenging this school would be, I could not wait to finally join and experience all of the hard work that they were doing. As a kid, I thought, oh please, how hard could it be? Well, I was in for a very rude awakening. I can now proudly say I am the fourth YWLA graduate of my family. I want to thank my grandmother and mother, who have been my #1 motivators and supporters for my education. I am who I am because of the phenomenal women that have represented strength and resilience in my life. As I began my journey through middle school, most of my peers would remember me as a very confident yet slightly obnoxious young girl. I struggled to adjust to the expectations that I signed up for, yet I remained determined for my future plans through the support that I was offered. Truthfully speaking, I would not be the woman that I am today without the family that has motivated me to be the passionate person that I am. I used to be so ashamed to be vulnerable and admit that I was struggling to adhere to the expectations that sat before me. I felt like I was alone in the fact that I may not be enough to the people that I wanted to make proud. All I wanted to be was enough. Even though I struggled to truly feel like I was at first, the beautiful and strong individuals that sit before me are the ones who reminded me that I was. They reminded me that I wasn't alone and that we were all fighting the same battle. It's easy to get caught up in the stressful aspects of life that seem to drain most people's energy. But what's important is to have a balance of love and gratitude for the people that make you forget about that stress. It has been an honor to witness the growth and achievements that each of y'all have accomplished. But it has been an even greater honor to find comfort and friendship within you as well. I find myself constantly questioning where all of the time went. But everything we have ever worked for has led up to this moment right now. The time has come to move on and move forward with great pride. Be proud of yourself and don't be afraid to brag about all that you have accomplished thus far. Don't let others overpower you and take credit for the dedication that you put into your education. You each deserve every ounce of success that is surely to come your way for the rest of your life. Thank you. Ms. Arzamendi will now come forward with introduction of our special guests.
Good evening. I'm Regina Arzamendi, the proud principal of YWLA. Welcome all to our 2022 commencement exercises. The Young Women's Leadership Academy has a rich tradition of excellence and has established a solid foundation since 2008. We have a proud history and value the contributions our students and their parents have made to our community. The faculty, staff, and administration of the Young Women's Leadership Academy request your help in making this year's graduation ceremony the best yet. Our graduates have worked extremely hard to reach this goal. This is one of the most important and fulfilling achievements to date in your daughter's life. We know that there will be many more to come. To show our respect for each one of these accomplished young women, we are asking that all parents, relatives, and friends show their appreciation with applause for all our graduates. We remind everyone that our students have worked hard and deserve a dignified ceremony. We thank you in advance for your help and cooperation in making our commencement exercises a dignified and cherished celebration. So please remember, celebrate our graduates, and we thank you. Buenas noches, soy Regina Arzamendi, directora de YWLA. Bienvenidos a nuestra ceremonia. La preparatoria Young Women's Leadership Academy tiene una tradición rica de excelencia. Tenemos una historia orgullosa y valoramos las contribuciones que nosotros estudiantes y que sus padres han hecho en nuestra comunidad desde el año 2008. La facultad y la administración de la nuestra preparatoria Young Women's Leadership Academy solicitan su ayuda para hacer la graduación de este año aún mejor todavía. Nuestros estudiantes han trabajado arduamente durante varios años y han llenado los requisitos impuestos por la Agencia de Educación de Texas. Para mostrar nuestro respeto para cada una de estas señoritas, les pedimos que muestren su aprecio hacia todos los graduados. Les damos las gracias por adelantado por su ayuda y cooperación en hacer la graduación de Young Women's Leadership Academy una celebración digna y apreciada. Celebran a todos nuestros graduantes agradecemos. It is my privilege to introduce at this time our platform guests. Beginning with Dr. Jaime Aquino, Superintendent of Schools. Patty Radel, Board Trustee, District 5. Ed Garza, Board Trustee, District 7. Patty Salzman, Deputy Superintendent for Academics and School Leadership. John Norman, Senior Executive Director, Office of Innovation. Angelica Romero, Assistant Superintendent for the I-Zone Schools. On stage, representing the Young Women's Leadership Academy, administrative team, and senior class, our most distinguished and honored class leaders, Isabella Mazuka, Valedictorian. Carolyn Lanford, Salutatorian. Christiana Garcia, Class President. Kira Parker, Superintendent's Advisory Board. Berta Fogerson, Young Women's Preparatory Network Chief Accountability Officer. Sarah Moran, YWLA Assistant Principal. Jennifer Elwood, YWLA Primary Principal. Elaine Kondratic, YWLA Primary Assistant Principal. And we would also like to recognize on stage Arthur Valdez, Board Secretary, District 4. We are looking forward to and can't wait to have our very first graduating class from YWLA Primary cross this stage with us in 2031. I'd also like to welcome and recognize some special guests, trustees of the San Antonio Women's Leadership Academy Advisory Board and Foundation. Ms. Betty Burks, Ms. Cassidy Daniels, Ms. Sonia Rodriguez, Ms. Suzanne Wade, Ms. Diana Trevino and Dr. Trevino. Thank you each for all that you have done during the past 13 years to make YWLA a nationally ranked academy. I'd like to also thank the amazing faculty and staff of YWLA who are with us to please stand at this time and be recognized. Thank you very much for all your hard work in making YWLA the #1 high school in San Antonio and number 20 in the nation. In our audience, we also have some of our alumni here to support their younger sisters. Ladies, if we have any alumni with us in the audience, please stand so that we may salute you. Any alumni? We're very proud of you, and it wasn't too long ago that you were here getting ready to enter college. Now it's my privilege to introduce the top 2 scholars from the Young Women's Leadership Academy, class of 2022. Our salutatorian, Carolyn Lanford, attended Helotes Elementary Middle School before enrolling at YWLA in the 6th grade. Carolyn was a quiet yet confident student in 6th grade. Despite her initial quiet ways, Carolyn made friends quickly because of her sense of fairness, strong integrity, and leadership abilities. As she developed into a campus leader, Carolyn was recommended by faculty to be a cardinal senator, an exemplar for others to follow. She served as an officer in CEO, our community engagement organization, as part of our debate team and our Sunshine Club. It's easy to see her as a future CEO someday, as she pretty much ran our school this past year. Our hope is that she continues spreading sunshine to all around her. Carolyn received the John Jay Scholarship from Columbia University, the YWPN Scholars Award, the San Antonio Women's Hall of Fame Scholarship, and the first Mark Cunningham Scholarship, among others. Carolyn will pursue a degree in public policy at Columbia University in the city of New York. Carolyn is the daughter of Dr. Barry Lanford and Mrs. Jacqueline Ibarra Lanford. I proudly present our salutatorian, Miss Carolyn Lanford.
Good evening. I'm Carolyn Lanford, and I'm honored to speak as your salutatorian for the class of 2022. To the families, friends, and staff joining us today, I want to thank each and every one of you for being here with us to celebrate such an incredible achievement. To my parents, I want to thank you for being a shining light on my path to this moment. To the staff, I truly want to thank you for fundamentally changing the course of my life. I would not be standing here today if it weren't for the literary recommendations of Ms. Grajeda, the honest voice of Ms. Hale, the inspiration from Mr. Chavez, and the calming nature of Ms. Hartman. To my fellow graduates, I want to thank you as well, not just for showing up at 8 p.m. today with a clear readiness, if not some nerves, for the next phase in our life, but for the last 7 years. And while we certainly struggled to get here, looking back, I can say that it was absolutely worth it. On the first day of 6th grade summer camp, I felt sick, like the genuine butterflies in your stomach, face turning green kind of sick. I sat in my mom's car in the back parking lot, watching hordes of students pour into the back gate, wondering if I could even stomach going into the auditorium alone. Because that's exactly how I had felt. Alone, terrified, and sick. All of the excitement in the months leading up to this moment at the faraway skirt school, as my elementary school friends had named it, culminated into this single moment of fear. I begged my mom to let me try again the next day, when I wouldn't feel the urge to tuck and roll out of her moving vehicle, but she just laughed. And I think that while it should usually be considered a little weird when a mom laughs at her visibly ill daughter, this was different. It was different because I think even she knew that I had nothing to worry about, nothing to be nervous for, and certainly nothing to get sick over. This was the first day of the best 7 years of my life, and surely a little anxious sweating was normal. I look back and laugh too, because how could I have known the sheer enjoyment and happiness that I would experience over the next 7 years? I could never have anticipated the time that I would never trade, never forget, and never take for granted. And it's for those moments, seniors, that I thank you. I could never have anticipated that I was stepping into a school of change makers, leaders, and pioneers. I mean, I also didn't know that I was going to a school with a mile run and a collapsing roof, but you live and you learn. And learn we did. Too often, we let our strength and perseverance go unnoticed. We become desensitized to the raw displays of resilience that we've seen from each other over the last 7 years. And I don't just mean actually making it through the mile run. I mean the mental fortitude and growth that we've all shown in one form or another. We looked at screens for a year, and yet we're all sitting here. You made it here. And in any times of doubt, remember your courage and your passion. And as the ancient Greek aphorism in the inside of my class ring says, know thyself. I don't know if I'll ever have the words to express how incredibly proud I am to be graduating with this group of incredible young people. I don't know if I'll ever have the words to express how incredibly proud I am to call you my best friends. But I can tell you now that it breaks my heart to have to say goodbye. Because now, for the first time in 7 years, I can feel it again. That ache, the fear of what comes next. However, I don't think I'll be able to use the sickness excuse on the first day of college, but I can't promise I won't try. Even now, though, I know that it's different. I mean, one, my mom won't be dropping me off in the parking lot on my first day of class if I can help it. But also, there's something else that I feel. Something light and calming and refreshing, kind of like the feeling you get when you drink 2% milk with cafeteria steak fingers. And some of you will have to trust me on that. Mixed with that sadness and the aching, I am so extraordinarily happy. So pleased to have spent every second of the last 7 years with the people I see in front of me, the people that I've seen grow up through awkward phases and different trends, and the people who have unfortunately seen me grow up through awkward phases and different trends. The people that I've laughed with, Zoomed with, and danced well, I might add. The people who continue to inspire me and show me the meaning of strength and perseverance. I am so honored, so utterly grateful to be able to attend, let alone speak at such an event. This, everything, is meant to commemorate you all, to honor the tears, laughs, effort, and time you've put in as a student at YWLA. And maybe this is the last time that we'll all be together, but I can tell you that I've cherished every moment of it. I was 12 years old when I stepped into the halls of YWLA, and now, like most of us, I'm 18 and crossing the stage. I was also 12 years old when I, like most of us, wrote that I wanted to go to Harvard as my dream school at the White Rose ceremony. But I think we all had a little element of a big dream back then. Today, those big dreams come true. Not necessarily Harvard, but to graduate with all of you, to have grown up by your sides, and to look at you now and say that I love you, I'll miss you, and I can't wait to see what comes next. Congratulations, class of 2022. You will always be incredible. Thank you.
Great job, Carolyn. Thank you for your inspirational words and walk down memory lane. You've demonstrated incredible leadership and exceptional academic performance. No longer the soft-spoken girl, but a woman who uses her voice to help others. Will Carolyn's parents, Dr. Lanford and Mrs. Ibarra Lanford, please stand? Thank you for the constant support you provided Carolyn throughout her educational career. You have been steady in your support, and now she's headed to Columbia University. Our 2022 valedictorian, Isabella Mazuka, is the daughter of Charlene and Mark Mazuka. She attended Colby Glass Elementary before enrolling in YWLA in the 6th grade. Since her arrival to YWLA in 6th grade, Isabella has demonstrated an affinity for science and math. She ultimately found her passion in robotics and engineering. She joined the robotics team her sophomore year and finished off this year as its captain. She served as our Math Counts student coach, class community service chair, and a cardinal senator. As busy as she was in school, she managed to participate in research internship through NASA and UT Austin. The STEM Enhancement in Earth Science program allowed Bella to investigate the vegetational health of mangrove forests, how to overcome the unexpected setbacks, and the interdisciplinary nature of the engineering field. Bella has a never say die attitude. She was relentless, and she learned to code our robot, and she gets excited about calculus challenges like very few students I've seen. She is the recipient of several scholarships, including grants from MIT and the San Antonio Women's Hall of Fame. She will matriculate at Massachusetts Institute of Technology, also known as MIT, in the fall, where she will pursue a degree in electrical engineering and computer science. Please help me welcome YWLA's 2022 Valedictorian, Miss Isabella Mazuka, who will receive her medal from Dr. Aquino. Isabella Mazuka.
Good evening, Superintendent Aquino, SAISD Board of Trustees, YWLA administrators, faculty, staff, parents, students, and esteemed guests. I'm Bella Mazuka. It is an honor and a privilege to address you as your class of 2022 valedictorian and to celebrate the amazing milestone that tonight presents for our graduates and those who love and support them. I'd like to begin by extending my own gratitude to all of the people who have guided me through the long and arduous journey of becoming who I am today. Thank you, Mom and Dad, for never hesitating to assist me in matters big and small, for always lending an ear when I needed it most, and for being there since I was little to help me overcome temporary roadblocks on my path to success. Thank you to all of my teachers for bringing enthusiasm, curiosity, and encouragement to the classroom, and for guiding us with grace through the many unexpected changes that we've encountered throughout the last 4 years. I'd like to give a special shout out to Mr. Chavez for recognizing my potential both as a math student and as a future engineer, and for investing hours upon hours into providing me with an amazing calculus education that I am confident will serve me well in college. And finally, thank you to my friends for emotionally supporting me, for cheering me on, and whether you knew it or not, for enabling me to embrace who I am and to look forward to the person who I might become. Among these friends is a very special guest who is sitting in the stands tonight, who wouldn't have missed our graduation for the world, and whom many of you have come to know for the past 7 years. Edgar, thank you for being there to pick me up when I felt down, and for reminding me of my worth when I couldn't always recognize it. Graduates, it seems as though it was just yesterday that we came together at the crack of dawn, many of us on 0 hours of sleep, to watch the sun rise and to celebrate our last first day of school. Looking back, I realized that that was truly the calm before the storm. In the months between then and now, we've undergone countless hours of filling out college applications, writing seminar essays, completing mounting piles of homework, and staying on top of personal and familial responsibilities, all while facing the existential weight of knowing that it will soon be time to dive into the new and the unknown. I know that for many of us, our senior year was a bumpy one, but the important thing is that we survived it, and we have rightfully earned our places here. I'm very, very proud of each and every one of you for making it this far, and I'm even more grateful that we did it together. Your perseverance and willingness to support each other speaks volumes to the character that defines our class. This is what I'd like to dedicate my speech to tonight. What makes our class special? I think it is best encapsulated by the words of author and lecturer Brené Brown, who declared in her book, Daring Greatly, that sometimes the bravest thing you can do is to show up. For 7 years, our class has shown up in ways that matter most. Firstly, we've shown up for each other. In the wise words of our own class song, we stick together like glue. Whether it was by providing a shoulder to cry on, by finding the courage to voice our collective needs, or by creating a space where we could be listened to, even when physically separated by a pandemic, this class has gone to great lengths to treat each other with empathy and compassion during times of great need. But don't be mistaken, we've also been there for each other through times of triumph and glee. We're no strangers to showing up at pep rallies as a unified battalion, equipped with posters, homemade rattles, our beloved banana suit, and a sheer determination to win the spirit stick. And we were always there to celebrate our biggest stepping stones together. From the time we took our first leap of faith at the ropes course in the beginning of the 6th grade, to the time we collectively conquered Enchanted Rock to finish off our senior year on top of the world. I am very grateful for all of the lasting and somewhat comedic memories that we've shared as a class. And if anything, they speak to the legacy that we've created of mobilizing to make the most of what we have and forging unmatched bonds in the process. Second, we've shown up for the school and the greater community at large. Some of you were pioneers in bringing visibility to the many identities that make our campus a wonderful place to be. Some have led social movements and championed student voices at the school and district levels. Some of you were crazy enough to join me in what seemed like the middle of the night to be cheerleaders at the Girls on the Run 5Ks. And many of us have stepped up by taking on various other leadership, organizational, and extracurricular roles. To all of you, thank you. Thank you for your courage, your unwavering dedication, and for the time that you invested into making a positive impact on others, even while you managed personal obligations of your own. And most importantly, I want to thank everyone who simply found the strength to keep going each day, to keep showing up to school despite a sleepless night, a rough morning, a heavy heart, or a tired mind, and to arrive with the same kindness, warmth, humor, and infectious positivity that I have come to know many of you for. I am both humbled and inspired to be a part of a class that has continually shown up as the activists, thespians, scientists, comedians, engineers, musicians, leaders, and friends that the world so desperately needs. I have no doubt that you guys will continue this legacy as we begin to go our separate ways, but there is one more thing that I hope you keep in mind, and that's the importance of showing up for yourself. For many of us, self-care might seem like a trite phrase rather than a daily commitment, which is understandable. Up until this point, we've often traded in time for ourselves for time to complete a snowballing pile of day-to-day tasks. But now presents the perfect opportunity, if you haven't already, to begin reclaiming some of that time as you head into college. Take time to do what brings you happiness and what makes your heart full. Find a new hobby or nurture an existing one. Make time for the friends you meet along the way, so long as they are people who cherish, support, and respect you. Commit to a physical outlet if that's your jam, and learn to say no when you need to. Graduates, if there's anything that the past 4 years indicate, it's that time moves with extraordinary speed, and as intimidating as it sounds, the next graduation is already knocking at our door. I hope that by the time you open that door, as I know you will, that you will have continued the legacy you created here at YWLA, but also that you will have tried new things, made new friends, tended to your well-being, and that you will have blossomed into the person you were always destined to be. Congratulations, class of 2022, and thank you.
Fantastic, Bella. You're going to bring so much value to MIT. Will Bella's parents, Mr. and Mrs. Mazuka, please stand? Thank you for sharing your daughter with our community and for being her steady compass. You have been a consistent support with every extracurricular competition, with every practice, debate, and with every award ceremony. You stayed true to her course and moved her forward from kindergarten to MIT. I will now at this time call to the podium our head of schools, Ms. Delia McLaren.
Good evening, everyone. We would like to recognize the outstanding achievements of the class of 2022. I call your attention to the list of honor graduates in the program. These students are ranked at the top of their class, the students graduating with highest honors. When I call your name, please stand. And parents and guests, if you would please hold your applause until the entire group is standing. Graduating summa cum laude with a GPA of 100 or greater in alphabetical order, Maria Nayeli Aleman, Emily Harris, Carolyn Lanford, Isabella Mazuka, Mia Moreno, Mi Amor Orozco, and Ruth Villacana. Congratulations, ladies. You may be seated. Graduating magna cum laude with a GPA between 95 to 99, and again, please hold your applause until the whole group is called, Brenda Aguilar Lopez, Nayeli Arispe, Jaslyn Arredondo, Abigail Barrera, Magali Carrasquillo, Sofia Cruz, Cristiana Garcia, Alyssa Gomez, Adriana Guajardo, Maria Paula Islas, Jacqueline Medel, Luriana Mendiola, Sofia Montalvo, Michelle Orihuela Milligan, Julissa Pacheco, Kira Parker, Malaya Peña, Michael Pozos, Isabella Rodriguez, Sophie Rubio, Riley Jacobs, Angelica Juarez, Emma Juarez, Miranda Yanes, Alyssa Martinez, Jordan Strait, Miriam Teague, Sienna Vasquez, and Madison Wright. Congratulations, ladies. You may be seated. Graduating cum laude with a GPA between 90 to 94, we have Sabrina Arguello, Juliana Cano, Lorena Cantello, Jerica Castillo, Victoria Espinosa, Sarah Garcia, Raven Godina, Lauren Gonzalez, Miranda Liguez, Chloe Martinez, Ana Moreno, Stephanie Ortiz, Valerie Perez, Kayla Price, Arian Rink, Penelope Rippy Garcia. Congratulations, graduates. You may be seated. Special recognitions this evening from our College Board AP Scholars Program. AP Scholars with distinction is granted to students who receive an average score of 3.5 or greater on all AP exams and score 3 or greater on at least 5 AP exams. And our AP Scholars with distinction are Maria Nayeli Aleman, Emily Harris, Maria Paula Islas, Carolyn Lanford, Alyssa Martinez, Isabella Mazuka, and Ruth Villacana. You may be seated. AP Scholars with Honors, this distinction is granted to students who receive an average score of 3.25 or greater on all AP exams and score 3 or greater on 4 or more AP exams. Michelle Orihuela Milligan, Mi Amor Orozco, and Isabella Rodriguez. Congratulations, ladies. You may be seated. The following are AP scholars who received scores of 3 on 3 or more AP exams. We have Brenda Aguilar Lopez, Nayeli Arispe, Abigail Barrera, Magali Carrasquillo, Jerica Castillo, Cristiana Garcia, Adriana Guajardo, Faith Ibarra, Miranda Liguez, Chloe Martinez, Juliana Mendiola, Mia Moreno, Stephanie Ortiz, Jalissa Pacheco, Kira Parker, Valerie Bettis, Michael Pozos, Sophie Rubio, Marion Teague, Sienna Vasquez. Did I miss somebody? And Faith Ibarra for summa cum laude. I want to catch you too. Okay, so congratulations to Faith and all our AP scholars. And you may be seated, ladies. We have one senior who managed to have perfect attendance K through 12 despite everything that we've been through. And that senior is Juliana Mendiola. Let's give it up for Juliana. We'd also like to recognize the senior with the highest number of service hours completed with 370 hours completed, Miss Emily Harris. Congratulations and thank you. We'd also like to recognize our seniors who have earned $1 million or more in scholarships. We have Carolyn Langford, Nayeli Arispe, Alyssa Gomez, Isabella Rodriguez, and did I miss anyone on that one? Okay, congratulations, ladies, $1 million scholars. Moving right along, we would like to recognize the members of the Distinguished Honor Societies to please stand when your honor society or organization is called. Their names may be found in the program. All Cardinal Senators, please stand and be recognized. You may be seated. National Honor Society members, please stand and be recognized. You may be seated. United Nations Girl Up members, please stand and be recognized. You may be seated. National Art Honor Society members, please stand and be recognized. You may be seated. National English Honor Society members, please stand and be recognized. You may be seated. Mu Alpha Theta National Math Honor Society, please stand and be recognized. You may be seated. National Science Honor Society members, please stand and be recognized. You may be seated. National Spanish Honor Society members, please stand and be recognized. You may be seated. And ladies, thank you for always going above and beyond in your leadership activities. I know you have stayed busy. As your head of schools for the past 4 to 7 years, depending on when you joined us at the academy, I, along with your parents, have witnessed a beautiful transformation in you. I've seen you enter as nervous, timid, sometimes insecure girls in 6th grade, while others of you led the way as you learned to walk with purpose and speak with conviction. We saw your braces come on, and then we saw them come off. We saw you embracing your identity and starting to help the world around you. Some of you became published authors and poets. Others of you hung out in calculus class to crunch out equations. You learned different languages like Spanish, coding, and kindness that connected you with others across cultures, across platforms, and across silence. As you developed into the women of action that are before us today, you have achieved much along the way. Today, you have been offered $23.5 million in merit-based scholarships. That is the highest total as a class. Congratulations, ladies. And since we love math at the academy, I did the math for you, and that roughly comes out to about $385,245 each. 100% of you applied and were accepted into a four-year university across our country. 100% of you completed your financial aid. 100% of you took the SAT and ACT not once, but some of you twice and 3 times because you kept wanting a better score. 100% of you are graduating under the Distinguished Plan. 47% of you are first generation to go to college. 7 of you are Dell Scholars. Please stand and be recognized. Jerica Castillo, Cristiana Garcia, Jacqueline Medell, Ana Moreno, Julissa Pacheco, Isabella Rodriguez, and Jordan Strait. Congratulations, ladies. We have 1 Questbridge Scholar matched to Brown University, Ruth Villacana. Please stand. Once she was matched, she knew where she was going. Proud of you, Ruth. We have 1 Piper Scholar, Miss Kira Parker. Please stand. Congratulations. And because of your commitment, you are the first and only class so far to have back-to-back national blue ribbons. You came in 6th grade and we were blue ribbon, and you're leaving with the 2nd blue ribbon. We're also one of our nation's top performing high schools, as noted earlier by Ms. Arzamendi, both by the U.S. News and World Report and the Washington Post. YWLA was tapped by the Texas Education Agency to replicate our model back in 2018. And we are thrilled that we are on track, Dr. Aquino. We have primary that will enter 4th grade, and then we will be fully developed with 5th grade. And as mentioned earlier, in 2031, those little Blue Jays will become Cardinals, and they'll be walking this stage. And by the way, I want to thank you seniors for being big sisters. You have spent a lot of time with them, whether it's crayons or doing the bike rodeo, but I want to thank you. You have each inspired us with all that you've done, and we are ready to see what you achieve next. At this time, Mr. Ed Garza, SAISD board member of the San Antonio Independent School Board, will come forward to accept the Young Women's Leadership Academy class of 2022. Class of 2022, please stand. Mr. Ed Garza, based on the recommendation of YWA faculty, I do hereby certify that all of the candidates for graduation standing before you this evening have met the state requirements for high school completion and for graduation from the Young Women's Leadership Academy. I recommend that they be awarded their diplomas accordingly. And now I turn it over to Mr. Ed Garza. And I know you have words for them.
Thank you. Good evening, Lady Cardinals, class of 2022. Please take a seat for just a moment. I promise just 2 minutes. Because I'm excited, I am impressed, I am reflecting on the emotions that many of you are showing. Some of you are hiding it, but some of you, I know, want to get up here and cross this stage and just look at your family and friends and teachers that have made a true difference in your life. So thank you all for being here tonight to celebrate parents, family members, guests, our staff, our administration, advisory board members. On behalf of our new superintendent, Dr. Jaime Aquino, my fellow board of trustees, we congratulate this impressive class. And as we've already witnessed with the many accolades, both individually and collectively, the Young Women's Leadership Academy is the future reality of our school district's vision commitment. You are living today and proof of what we as a district, the other 90 plus campuses, aspire to be, a national model urban school district where every student graduates and becomes a productive, contributing member to our community. That is what we aspire for every campus and every student. It's the young ladies, the young women that are the reality of that vision today. So I applaud each and every one of you for leading the 45,000 students in the San Antonio School District toward this vision. Let's give them a round of applause. And many of you, as was noted, entered as middle schoolers, and you were leaders. Many of you in health and wellness, the White Rose. And I know in the world of athletics, when you started off in middle school, whether it was in sports or maybe sometimes you were just walking or running around the block there at YWA. I've seen many of you go around the block a few times and pretend those cracks in the sidewalks are hurdles for the future track and field athletes. But you were leaders as a White Rose. You transitioned beautifully without many challenges as a servant leader, responsible leader, earning your pink rose and evolving and discovering yourself. And of course, we're here tonight to celebrate the college readiness, the red rose that all of you have, again, not only achieved, but achieved at levels that many others would aspire to become. You have achieved that and proven that it can happen. I know many of times, in fact, I recall even in the athletic world for soccer and volleyball, some of the other sports, you were told you can't, you won't. And your response was, we will. And you did. Our world more than ever needs your leadership. You have walked a path. You have been selected. You are destined, as Bella eloquently stated in her speech. Your destiny is not just leadership. Your destiny is to tackle the world's biggest, most challenging problems. Because if not you, then who? That is your destiny, each and every one of you. Our world, whether it's the social unrest, the inequities in race, social unrest, gender inequalities, the environmental challenges that humanity is placing on our world today, need leaders like you, leadership, strong leadership, but leaders with purpose, leaders that have discovered their why. Mark Twain, I love when one of the quotes that's most inspiring to me is when he said that the most important days in your life are the day you are born and the day you find out why. And I know each and every one of you, if you haven't discovered your why and purpose, will do so perhaps this next chapter of higher education, sometime in your journey. Some of you may have different opportunities and breakthroughs of discovering your why and purpose. But I encourage you in your next chapter in higher education to embrace diversity, to embrace failure, to embrace criticism that you will receive and judgment that you do not deserve. But this is the test. This is the test and the resolve of your own belief in your destiny to change the world and make an impact because of the many challenges we have in our world today. So I challenge you to think about leadership not just from an improvement standpoint, but transformational. And I also want to congratulate you. Many of you don't know the gift that you are all leaving, not only those that are following you, but future generations of young women. Many of you advocated for the bond program. I remember many of you at our board meetings, at public meetings, and because of your leadership, your passion, your authentic resolve, Young Women's Leadership Academy is about to see a $50 million bond renovation. $50 million, ladies and gentlemen. And it's because of the leaders that are sitting here today. So come back in the future when we have the ribbon cutting, and think about how hard you all worked and spoke up through leadership to make it happen. And my final challenge to you is when you do discover your why and your purpose, think of it as the yellow rose. And I was looking at these beautiful arrangements, and the yellow rose stood out. And I really thought, well, really that's the next step. That's the next rose for these young ladies, is to discover your purpose. Write your purpose down. Buy a rose for yourself whenever that time comes, and send it back to the Young Women's Leadership Academy so that you can inspire future young women with vision and purpose. So congratulations. Now, please stand. By the authority vested in me, I hereby accept the recommendation from the administration of the Young Women's Leadership Academy and declare the assembled candidates qualified for the award about to be presented. On behalf of the Board of Education, I would like to extend my personal congratulations to each member of the Young Women's Leadership Academy Class of 2022 and wish you continued success. Please be seated. Congratulations.
Mr. Garza, I'm impressed you know all our traditions with our roses. So this evening, for those of you who do not know about our traditions, our students will receive the red rose that will now complete their YWA bouquet. Upon entering YWA, our students receive a white rose, a symbol of simpler times in your youth, when you were discovering your path. As you progress from 8th grade into high school, you received your pink rose, a symbol of gratitude as you learn to appreciate your hard work and achievements and focus more on your college and career choices. Today, you will receive your red rose that represents passion, love, and your cardinal family. We have provided you the guidance and support to make and set your own path. Leave everyone and everything better than when you started. Each graduate will be introduced with the college that she has decided to attend in the fall. Class of 2022, please come forward to receive your diplomas.
Isabella K. Mazuka will be attending the Massachusetts Institute of Technology. Carolyn Marie Lanford will be attending Columbia University. Brenda Carolina Aguilar Lopez will be attending Pitzer College. Maria Nayeli Aleman will be attending Trinity University. Sabrina Nicole Arguello will be attending St. Mary's University. Nayeli Pilar Arispi will be attending Scripps College. Jaslyn Nicole Arredondo will be attending Texas A&M University, Corpus Christi. Abigail Victoria Barrera will be attending the University of North Texas. Juliana Jolene Cano will be attending the University of Texas at San Antonio. Lorena Rebecca Cantello will be attending Texas State University. Magali Key Carrasquillo will be attending Texas State University. Jerica Samantha Castillo will be attending Oral Roberts University. Sofia Estefania Cruz will be attending St. Edward's University. Kiana Elizabeth Davis will be attending Louisiana State University. Michaela Corinne Delgado will be attending Texas A&M University, Corpus Christi. Victoria Michelle Espinosa will be attending the University of North Texas. Cristiana Noel Garcia will be attending New York University. Sarah Jane Garcia will be attending Suffolk University. Raven Jade Godina will be attending the University of New Mexico. Alyssa Michelle Gomez will be attending Emory University. Lauren Renee Gonzalez will be attending St. Edward's University. Adriana Hiromi Guajardo will be attending Texas A&M University, San Antonio. Sarah Giselle Gutierrez will be attending the University of Texas at San Antonio. Emily Catherine Harris will be attending St. John's College. Faith Ibarra will be attending Texas State University. Maria Paola Islas will be attending Texas A&M University, Corpus Christi. Riley Jet Jacobs will be attending the University of North Texas. Angelica Maris Juarez will be attending Texas State University. Emma Nicole Juarez will be attending Texas State University. Miranda Araceli Liguez will be attending the University of Texas at Austin. Miranda Gabriela Llanes will be attending the University of Texas at San Antonio. Jaden Page Lopez will be attending the University of Texas at Arlington. Alyssa Nicole Martinez will be attending the University of North Texas. Chloe Drew Martinez will be attending the University of Texas at San Antonio. Jacqueline Leah Madell will be attending the University of the Incarnate Word. Juliana Celeste Mendiola will be attending the University of Rochester. Madeline Eliana Mendoza will be attending the University of Texas at San Antonio. Sofia Grace Montalvo will be attending St. Edward's University. Ana Laura Moreno will be attending the University of Texas at San Antonio. Mia Gabriela Moreno will be attending the Savannah College of Art and Design. Michelle Montserrat Orihuela Milligan will be attending the University of Texas at San Antonio. Mi Amor Marie Orozco will be attending Texas A&M University. Stephanie Giselle Ortiz will be attending the University of Texas at Austin. Julissa Pacheco will be attending the University of Texas at San Antonio. Kiera Marianne Parker will be attending Rice University. Malaya Erilyn Peña will be attending the University of North Texas. Valerie Rose Perez will be attending San Antonio College. Michael Charles Lopez Pozos will be attending the University of Texas at San Antonio. Kayla May Price will be attending the Institute of American Indian Arts. Arian Rain Rink will be attending Northwest Vista College. Penelope Bo Rippy Garcia will be attending the University of Pittsburgh. Isabella Rodriguez will be attending the University of Texas at Austin. Sofia Rodriguez will be attending North Country Community College. Sophie Grace Rubio will be attending Texas A&M University. Dana Faye Sanchez will be attending Texas A&M University, Corpus Christi. Natalie Ray Soto will be attending Sam Houston State University. Jordan Aaliyah Strait will be attending Texas A&M University, Corpus Christi. Marion Louise Teague will be attending the University of Texas at San Antonio. Sienna Lauren Vasquez will be attending the University of Houston. Ruth Villicaña will be attending Brown University. Madison Page Wright will be attending the University of Texas at Austin.
Trying to take pictures. Yeah, get over here, Christiana. Let me take pictures. While I'm here. Here. One. Cristiana Garcia, class president, will lead graduates in the turning of the tassels. Class of 2022, please stand. Okay, go. At this time, please join hands as you recite our school pledge one last time. Our pledge can be found in our program, and we ask you to join us, especially our alumni and our current students.
I challenge you to watch your thoughts, they become your words. Watch your words, they become your actions. Watch your actions, they become your habits. Watch your habits, they become your character. Watch your character, it becomes your destiny.
Okay, graduates, so we can find our seats. Let's give it up for SAISD and our fireworks. Thank you so much. On behalf of the faculty and the staff of the Young Women's Leadership Academy, I want to extend our deepest gratitude for allowing us the genuine privilege of being your family for the past 7 years. My heartfelt congratulations to you and your families. It is with great pleasure that I present to you the Young Women's Leadership Academy graduates of 2022. Congratulations, ladies. You are free to go. Fly like a cardinal, onward and upward. Okay, Isabella, there you go.
Congratulations to our graduates, family, and friends. San Antonio ISD is proud of the class of 2022. Thank you for being here for this memorable occasion. Please remember, you can relive today's graduation ceremony by visiting our district website. You can click www.saisd.net/graduation 2022. There you can view an archived live stream of the graduation. And we are on social media. Be sure to follow us on Facebook at San Antonio ISD, on YouTube at SAISD Communications, and on Twitter at SAISD. Everyone will have the opportunity to greet their graduates outside in the parking lot area. As you exit, please continue to practice social distancing. And please remember to pick up your trash and take it with you. We have trash cans located at all exits where you can place your trash. Again, thank you for your support. Stay safe, stay healthy. Good luck, class of 2022.